Hello, crypto friends. Hope you're doing well. We're going to look at Bitcoin, ETH, BCH, and BTG in this shorter video. I personally have been trading MJ still. Canadian MJ had the huge opportunity. Now US MJ is having a big opportunity. The midterm votes. There's a lot going on out there as a trader. There's a lot of opportunity, and I'm just patiently waiting on the cryptocurrency space to get our attention back. I can't wait till I'm excited to make these videos again when I'm actively trading the space, and we'll potentially be getting some of those MJ traders back in this space as well if that opportunity arises. But right now, it's not there just yet. Daily inside bar forming, tightening range. The pullback that we saw is a little bit more than the bulls would like to see. The 4-hour time frame broke the exponential support. Normally, we would want to see the bulls hold that level and then form an equilibrium. And if you look at what happened on the hourly time frame, it was a bit of a fake out where we had a solid bounce. The bulls would look for the higher low and higher high, and the hourly trend change would give us the indication that our 4-hour higher low had been established. But we never got followed through, and the increasing bear volume stood out as we faded back down. But good sign for the bulls is that the last 4 or 5 hours, they have been buying this dip. So that's saved from a potential scary situation. Not scary, but just the fact that we would have given back pretty much all of that bull move if we did see further downside from where we ended up. So current support is 63.72. Key resistance is 64.22, and then 64.40 and 64.64 as the bulls try and change the hourly trend to have us looking for a 4-hour equilibrium. If the bulls can make their way back up to 64.20s and beyond, the equilibrium on the 4-hour will be the most likely setup, and we'll be watching for which direction the daily inside bar is going to break into tomorrow. Bulls do not want to see a rejection here because we still have all these resistances from the last couple of weeks, and this would be just another rejection from this zone. And it's more of a resistance zone than any specific level, and right now we are in that zone. So if we were to reject and fade back down, that would be a bit discouraging. We're still watching these shorts continue to close. Look at this daily chart. It's just a free fall where nobody, well, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of shorts are closing. Pretty much at this point, we're looking at about a third of all shorts, and even more than that actually. About a third of all shorts have closed over the last 7 weeks as far as Bitfinex's exchange is concerned. So that's notable. Some people think that this could be a setup for a dump where shorts just pile in and crush Bitcoin down, but there's no sign of that at this point. So that would have to be a pretty well orchestrated plan, which it possibly could be, but I don't think that's what we're going to see in terms of what this shorts chart is showing us. I do expect some shorts to open, but I don't think it's going to open all at once and dump the price down. ETH inside bar as well on the daily time frame. So a tightening range, and we look at the consolidation on the 4-hour and compare it, and it's healthier than Bitcoin because we held exponential support, and we held that 12 period. We're still watching for the hourly trend change to tell the bulls that the higher low is in on the 4-hour chart, and we don't have that trend change just yet. So watching for the bulls, can they hold this exponential support? And they want to shift that momentum back in favor. RSI levels have cooled off on the 4-hour time frame for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's just a little bit more healthy consolidation for Ethereum, but very similar setup with where we stand and the daily inside bar that we're going to be watching for the break tomorrow. BCH didn't break the weekly resistance of 591.88. We double topped at that level pretty much by pulling back about $3 shy, and that was just bears patiently waiting and doing a top fishing play, entering bearish. And if we saw that break of 591.88, we would have likely seen some of those bears cover, but we rejected and we pulled back pretty significantly all the way back down to 540. So almost a 10% pullback. And we look at the 4-hour consolidation here. It's very healthy and we have a nice clear equilibrium. So we've got the resistance level at the high of the bull move, support at the low of consolidation, lower high, higher low. This is our range right now, 540 support and 577 resistance. And we're looking for a break of this range, which does favor the bears right now, as we are much closer to support, $9, than we are towards resistance, $28. So if we get that bear break of this 4-hour time frame, that daily chart is going to have some further consolidation coming. And at this point, it's just a double top on the weekly, keeping in mind that Bitcoin has that similar double top where let's just get rid of these lines. So there's our weekly resistance level that needs to break for the bulls at that double top. And we look at the Bitcoin weekly tether reaction, and we have that double top as well. BTG. So we highlighted this one maybe a week ago, and we were looking at this chart right here, BTG USD longs. I've never seen anything like that. So there are longs still piling into this trade, and they are leveraged and margin trading and in huge positions. We are having bull moves here, though. So the bull break that we recently got on the daily time frame, we went from 27.75 up to 31.50. So that's a huge 10% plus move, and this weekly time frame is changing the trend. So keep an eye on BTG because we bounced, had a bull flag on the weekly, and then saw a continuation. The next level is 33.40, and after that level, you can see there's a lack of immediate resistance nearby. So let's see if this daily uptrend can keep going and keep 26.85 support to keep the bulls in full control. And that would have us look to keep this daily uptrend and keep that weekly uptrend and keep wondering what in the world is going on with these long positions. Someone is betting a lot that the price is going to go up. So we'll see if that keeps up with BTG. Daily inside bar forming there as well, just to compare the correlation. 4-hour equilibrium, so definitely correlated to what we're seeing in a lot of these other names. And that's the range to be watching on the 4-hour time frame. Support is 29.55, resistance is 30.80. And we'll be watching for a break of the 4-hour ranges. BTG and BCH have the tightest 4-hour equilibriums, and the other names, BTC and ETH, they're looking for their higher lows on the 4-hour time frame to be clearly set, which they have not done yet. So that's what we've got as we head into tomorrow. Daily inside bars breaking will be the easiest short-term indication of what we're going to be looking at, and we'll continue to check back in. Continue to do good things out there. Let's see, what good things have I been doing? I've been putting a lot of people in my will. Don't forget to put your wills, make your wills. Don't let the government decide what it's going to do with your money. I was reading. It's actually a lot more in-depth than what I thought it would have to be in terms of going and getting things notarized and need to go to the bank to make sure the beneficiary is on the account right. But the last thing you want to do is let the government decide what happens to your money if you die. And we're going to die. So prepare. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.